What?
Why are you just doing that?
I'm just testing it. It's just working out how long the tape was, you see, that's what it was doing. There you can see the city. Really? There's the Cutty Sark, you're going to see that. Right, we've got a lot left. Just have to be a bit careful because they've only got one tape. Right. I know that's not the one we want. We got to get a special bus stop for this this special bus. There seem to be a lot of normal cars on this road today. Don't know why. Maybe they're letting them on now today. Yeah, well mostly buses and taxis, but there's some other ones, isn't there? That's what I mean, I don't know. That's what I just said. Right. Do you know what? I thought they were gonna yeah. Yeah, right down through.
Looking at you.
Right, where on earth are we going, eh? You see all these little parks and gardens, eh? Yeah, do you want them? It tells you what you're seeing, you see. It talk you through it all. So you are now wherever you are. They've stopped still.
You want your own ones? You want some?
Do you want some, Tim? Do you want the packet?
No.
Okay. I think we're going all the way to the park now.
Can't hear it.
No. Aha, Duke of Kent. Don't note it. Don't. I'm trying to listen to what they're saying, really. If you look down there, look.
Where's Rick?
Yeah.
Another one, Rick. Behind that one, Rick. I can see a big one, Rick, there.
Yeah.
Look for one, Rick. Look out.
This is Regent Street. This is Business Street. Here's the toy shop, look, with the red flag outside. Just coming up, look. This one here, look. There it is. We're going to walk back to that and go in it, alright? That man blowing bubbles. Let's see this giraffe as well. You could, that magic bubble's not very expensive, look. You can get that, make them. £4 it is.
Is that one of those?
Yeah.
Cincinnati's Cafe with your healthy salads and your shakes with detergent. Healthy salads do make.
Should we have a look around, keep going? Let's have a watch this. Hey! Batman as well, yeah. Should we go to the next floor? Just think you got 7 of these. This is the cuddly toy floor. Okay. What you got? It working? Oh, he's flying a helicopter. Oh, you make it go down and up. Oh, yeah. You're not supposed to, that's why, Tim. You're not supposed to mess with it too much. Oh, there's all the track as well. Books. Wow, what's that?
Look.
Oh, it is a big book. I think it's pretend. Timmy, come back. Yeah, but you can't play with everything.
Down to the House of Parliament at Big Ben.
Right.
We'll make a couple of stops for the river cruise, and then we'll go over to the London Eye.
You're going to see a very tall tower soon.
St Paul's, Tower of London, London Dungeons, Tower Bridge, Buckingham Palace, Victoria. So we'll see all the major sites, and we'll make lots of stops throughout the tour. I'll give everyone plenty of notice when we're going to come to a stop, so if anyone wants to go off, just let me know. This is the National Gallery over to our left, and it's free to go inside. Over 2,000 paintings. We've got the Portrait Gallery, which is also free to get in.
See,
it's got a different entrance though,
see it?
just be aware of that.
The tower.
Head of the house on the right.
Oh, just there, no? The statue on the top.
We're coming into Trafalgar Square. So originally we would have gone straight on here. This was 3 lanes of traffic in front of us. But they found it was very dangerous because you have people running across the road to get from the National Gallery to Trafalgar Square, so they pedestrianised it. And since then, you get so much more use Trafalgar Square. There's so much more events here. There was something on last night. I think there's something going on today as well. All organised by the Mayor of London, Ken Livingstone.
Yeah, that's Trafalgar Square, yeah.
And Trafalgar Square was built to remember the Battle of Trafalgar, which took place in 1805, and Admiral Nelson defeated Napoleon, which is a mixture of French and Spanish forces doing so.
They're big.
I saw them already.
Have you?
And those 4 lions, they're also the most photographed statues in the world.
Looks nice in there, doesn't it, with that water. Pardon? Well, people do go in it. Yeah. Don't think you're supposed to, but they do.
Well, look up
Nelson's
column, the statue, and actually say his right arm is pinned to his chest. Now he lost his right arm. Admiral Nelson lost his right arm in one of his previous battles, and he also lost his right eye in one of his previous battles, but he still went into the Battle of Trafalgar and won it. but lost his life in doing so. He's an extremely brave man. He's our most successful Navy officer of all time. We'll be seeing this a bit later. We'll come back to Trafalgar Square later this
There's Big Ben again.
So we have a stop now then. I would like to get off here. They have a bit of time off at this time of year. So they've got a standing regiment and they're called...
Yeah, I got the camera, you can get it if you want.
Artillery Guards.
Oh, I can't get it, you have to wait. But do you want to look over there? See the horses?
So there are
Queen's Guards.
the Royal Horse Artillery
In there,
on the right.
On the right, left tip. In there.
So I'll stop here as well because I would like to take a closer look at the Horse Guards.
Do I get the camera off me then?
Yeah.
It's in my pocket. You know where it is, don't you? It's on me. I'm wearing it. Come and get it. It's on me.
So the next stop we make will be for Westminster, Parliament Square. You've got Big Ben there. Also been able to take the next river cruise. It's the next stop. If you get off and you walk to the top of the road and do a left and walk down to Westminster Bridge, you've got Westminster Pier.
Yeah, it's a London Eye again, that.
On the hour. So in about 10 minutes time. That's the circular, free 50-minute Thames circular river cruise.
Big Ben!
And there's a nice photo there on the left-hand side. So, Big Ben.
Got a picture of Ben.
Hey, Joe.
We're talking about Big Ben a bit more later. Famous clock tower. This is all part of the House of Parliament. This is originally was known as the Palace of Westminster. So it was a palace given to the government to use as their offices. So this is home to British politics now. This is where MPs discuss the running of the country. And they're currently on their little holiday vacation. They have a few weeks off in the summer. And when they're off, they open up Parliament. So you can do guided tours around the House of Parliament. It's on the left-hand side. Guided tour. That big tower where you go into is called Victoria Tower. It's where the records of Parliament are kept. We have another stop here. If anyone would like to get off. Tickets for the House of Parliament on the right-hand side of us. But this is a special thing that happens in the summertime only, when the MPs are on their holiday. We're going to be going over Lambeth Bridge, get a lovely photo running out to the bridge of the House of Parliament.
Going over the river next. Oh, crikey. Oh no! Stop that! Stop it! Your toys!
This is on the right-hand side.
Oh, I've got 'em. Oh no, yeah, I haven't got them
Across the
anymore.
roundabout there, that's
Thanks.
the MI5 building. So British Civil Service, very high security. It's where James Bond would have gone to meet Q and Miss Moneypenny. We're going to get a nice photo on our left-hand side now.
In where I went, into that place, do you know where it is?
Oh yeah.
Building, MI5. So this is
and
London Eye on the left-hand side of us, and the House of Parliament once again. So the clock tower is said Big Ben.
Yeah.
Big Ben is not actually the name of the clock tower. The building
I suppose she was, yeah.
that's been given to the big owl bell inside the clock tower. So we can't see Big Ben, but we can hear it on the hour, every hour. But the whole tower is referred to as Big Ben. Everyone knows it as Big Ben, but its real name is St Stephen's Tower. Victoria Tower is the other one that's closest to us.
Ah, we drove along here, didn't we?
We've got Lambeth Palace, which is the red brick building on the right, and also for the Imperial War Museum. It's about 5 minutes from here, walking. It's free to enter.
Yeah, it is, you're right.
It's over. Just, the museum is just down to our left hand side, and all the nurses at this hospital are known as Nightingales. And we're going straight on now. This big derelict monstrosity in front of us. That's the old GLC building, the Greater London Council. Now it's been derelict for nearly 10 years now. Keep planning to do something with it, knock it down. Probably the best thing, that's what they're saying they're going to do, but they haven't done anything yet. We'll see the new GLC building later in the tour. We'll see the difference down by Tower Bridge. It's now called the
See
GLA.
Big Ben, can you?
Greater London Authority.
There's Big Ben, isn't it?
And it's called Waterloo. We're coming into the area of Waterloo, so we're going to see the Eurostar terminal coming up on our right hand side. We can get the Eurostar down to Paris or Brussels.
Oh yeah.
It's that big glass tunnel.
That's that train that goes to France in that tunnel. Yeah, it goes all the way to France. We've been on that, you've been on that. You probably won't remember though. I don't know. But remember we went in there, that's where we drove in there by mistake. Remember I went in there and we ended up in the middle of the station? That's on the way here, that's where we went. Yeah.
The next stop we're going to make is going to be from the London Eye. It's where the London Aquarium is and the Saatchi Gallery. And also Waterloo Pier as well, which is another stop for the river cruise. This is a slightly longer one. This is the point-to-point river cruise and it goes all the way down to Greenwich, which is an hour away. So an hour to get there, so you need to allow at least 2 hours to get there and back. The London Eye is going to be on our left hand side, sponsored by British Airways. So if you go on it, you go on what's called a flight. You book that flight, turn up, they give you a time to turn up, and it takes 30 minutes. To do a complete. This is our stop for the London Eye, Waterloo Pier, London Aquarium. Right hand side. That's where you get into it. You've got the main train station and the Eurostar terminal. It's very nice there. You've got the IMAX cinema. London IMAX. It's got the largest IMAX screen in Europe.
Yeah, that's where we were yesterday. Ended up in there.
And we're now going to cross Waterloo Bridge. This is the best view of London you can get on any of the bridges. Waterloo Bridge. On the left hand side we have Westminster. On the right hand side of the bridge is the City of London. We're going to head into the City of London on this tour. Towards St Paul's, and you'll see St Paul's Cathedral on the right.
Don't try and give me this back at the moment.
As a pile on the left. Holloway Prison. It was completed in 1942. So it's Waterloo Bridge, or Ladies Bridge, as some people refer to it as. And on the right there's the Somerset House, which is the home to the Inland Revenue, the taxman. So we're going to go right now, we're going to make a stop for Aldwych, which is one of our main theatre districts. It's where the oldest working theatre in London is. So it's sort of second oldest, we're going to see the oldest now. It's Theatre Royal, Drury Lane. And it's just up to our left-hand side, going to cut the street, it's showing the producers currently. Oldest working and the most haunted as well.
Look at that, so
on the right-hand side of us now we have Bush House, which is home to the BBC World Service. That broadcasts in over 40 different languages. Started off in the 1940s. Still going strong. On the right hand side, Australia House, which was the Grignott's Bank in Harry Potter.
Ah.
And on the right hand side, St Clement Danes. This is a Royal Air Force church. And if you look at the right hand side of it, you see the damage to the brickwork. That is Second World War bomb damage.
Are you happy, Tim? Good. Seeing lots of things?
On the left hand side, this is the Royal Courts of Justice.
Oh yeah.
The highest civil court in the country. Where Sherry Blair works, the Prime Minister's wife. She's a barrister by day and a cleaner by night. This was built in the 1800s, so it's Gothic Victorian.
Tiffy, don't go wasting photos, eh? We've hardly got any.
So we're heading down Fleet Street now, so straight in front of us there's that column with the dragon on the top, right in the centre of the road, and it's the Temple Bar. Now that divides Westminster from the City of London. So we're going to go into the City of London.
Harry Potter.
And this is the oldest part, it's a square mile, and it's nearly 2,000 years old, the City of London. Just coming up on our right hand side, we've got a real next to the scaffolding, a black and white fire. This is a Tudor building, so it dates back to the 1600s, so nearly 400 years old. It's called the Prince Henry's Rooms, and it's a free museum. It's a tiny little museum giving you the Tudor history. And this building on the right we're going to see is the only building on the whole of this street to survive the Great Fire of London. So this gives you an idea what London would have looked like before the fire.
Wow.
So it's just on the right.
It's the only building, that black building.
Scaffolding.
It's the only building left from the fire that didn't burn.
On the right hand side there. That survived the fire of London. So Fleet Street that we're heading along now, this was originally home to all of our newspapers. This is where they used to publish them from. But it got very expensive here, so a lot of the main ones moved to a relatively new business area in the east of London called Canary Wharf, which has now become the most expensive area you can have an office in London. So they're all trying to move back here again to Fleet Street. We've got one of the old ones coming up on our left. This black office on the left. the old Daily Express building. The outside of this, the main part of this was built in the 1930s. And on the right hand side, some of you, if you miss it this time, you'll see it again. You'll see St Bride's Church. You can see that again very shortly. Now, St Bride's Church was designed by Sir Christopher Wren, and the tower is called the Wedding Cake Tower. And the reason why is because that's where they got the first design for a tiered wedding cake from.
Do you want to get off of the big church and have a look at it?
A wedding and a tiered wedding
Come
cake.
and see the one that you got your postcard of in Lego.
Should
we get off and look at that?
St Bride's Church.
Okay. When we get there then.
What's in there?
Behind you, over your right shoulder, there's the Wedding Cake Tower.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're heading up to another St Paul's Church now. This is a cathedral, and it was his masterpiece, St Paul's. It took 35 years to build, because not a long time back then. It was completed in 1710. And you can go inside St Paul's, and you can climb the dome. You've got the Whispering Gallery, and right at the top you've got the Golden Gallery. See all those people up there? You get some incredible views of London from up there. You've also, you can go down to the crypt, where you can see the tombs of Lord Admiral Nelson and the Duke of Wellington. They, along with Winston Churchill, who's not buried here, but they all had state funerals here, and they're the only non-members of the royal family to have had state funerals.
You put it in.
We've also just spent the last 5 years cleaning St Paul's Cathedral, inside and out. Now we'll see the difference it makes very shortly. So if you went inside there, you could see it how it was originally built to look. And has anyone seen the outside of it before? You might recognise the outside of St Paul's Cathedral. But
Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
You might remember the scene, Feed the Birds, Tuck to Bag.
Yeah, Mary
Poppins. That's where it was filmed, outside of St Paul's Cathedral. And they have to replace those stairs so much because so many people go up and down them. They just get worn and torn so easily. These are about six months old, these stairs, not even that. Brand new stairs. They're constantly.
On the right, there's the remains of a Roman temple, the Temple of Mithras, dedicated to the Persian sun god. It was a cult that rivaled Christianity in the 2nd century. The Temple of Mithras, it involved bull sacrifice. Now we're in the area called Bank. Straight ahead you can see a large portico, 8 columns. That's the Royal Exchange building, the 19th century stock exchange. It's now kind of an upmarket shopping area. On the right, the big arched window you can see with the flag above it is the Lord Mayor's residence, the Mansion House. The flag shows St George's Cross with a sword in one corner. That's the city flag. The flag of the square mile. Now every year a Lord Mayor of London is elected by the businesses of the city. And there's a Lord Mayor's show, which means they parade around the city in a big carriage, and in the way of a monarch. On the left, the Bank of England building. Dates from 1730, that's the central bank in the United Kingdom, and there's a museum in there, which you're welcome to attend. Close by, there's Lloyd's of London Insurance Market, and on the left there, Lombard Street, associated with banking since the 13th century. As we drive along here, left and right, you can see tiny streets, a reminder of medieval London, made up of hundreds of tiny streets, timber-framed houses. You could jump from one rooftop to the next, or shake hands across the street. High-density dwellings. 80% of the city was destroyed in the Great Fire, which burned for 5 nights, early in September 1666. And the next thing we'll see will be the monument to that great fire, Sir Christopher Wren's monument. Streets, courts, alleys. Now on your left, look left, the monument.
Look down there, down
311
there.
steps, you're welcome to climb.
You can't see it, can you? No, that's what I mean. We've definitely, when it stops here, if it stops here.
Now keep your camera ready, or come out in the open because you're going to get a good view coming up now. One of the classic views of London. A postcard view coming up now, on the left. Well, as we cross London Bridge now, look left.
That's the right. That's the left. Oh yeah, that.
That's the famous Tower Bridge with the Second World War battleship HMS Belfast.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we've just crossed over London Bridge. There's been a bridge on this side for 2,000 years. This one dates from 1973. And we're now sitting on the south bank of the River Thames.
That's better. Right, you too. Here's the London Dungeon there.
So this stop London Dungeon now. Very short line there, it is fun.
Ah, there
It's
it is.
okay for kids.
Enter at your peril, it says.
Where is the menu?
It's just there, look. Yeah, you go in, it's underground, isn't it? I'll tell you what, actually, if I move up, do you two want to sit in front? Do you want to sit like where you are, or do you want
London Dungeon's contained within caverns beneath the London Bridge railway station. There's a refrigeration warehouse complex for stuff brought over from New Zealand in the late 19th century, early refrigeration. Now the Port of London stretches from here for miles down the river. The old Port of London, now mostly converted into modern flats and modern apartments, offices, shops, etc. Tooley Street being redeveloped now under the builders for about 25 years. If you keep an eye out to the left through the gaps here, there's a nice view of the Tower of London just here, after this big number 2.
Oh yeah.
And the next stop on the tour will be for the Tower Bridge.
Yeah, we're getting over it.
Often people like to walk over the bridge, that's why we stop here. And there's an exhibition halfway across. You can go to the high level of the bridge.
Want to go on the bridge or not? Should we stay on the bus? Yeah.
So now, Tower Bridge and tour of the bridge.
Yeah, it's going to
Anyone
stop.
wanting this?
Timmy, you... Yeah. No, you see, you can get off here and then you can walk over the bridge, but I think we've done quite a lot of walking today. haven't
Next
we?
one is Tower Pier. Yeah. Okay.
Look, Timmy, we're going to go over the bridge.
Now, just across the road is there's a nice area down there. with some beautiful restaurants along the riverside today. It's all been redeveloped.
Oh yeah.
There's a design museum and beautiful places to eat.
Yeah, we're going to go over the big bridge. Oh,
Up ahead now, the most famous bridge in the world, it's Tower Bridge. Completed in the year 1894. It's a metal bridge.
Look.
Still opens in the middle about 2 to 3 times a day.
Here we are, look. Tiffy, don't look up, don't get out of his way. His favourite bridge. Look, Tim, we're on it.
To the right is the Docklands with Canary Wharf in the distance. And that's where the Olympics will be held, out that way, in 2012. To your left there you can see the jetty down there.
Well, come over this side then. Sit here in fact. You won't see what it looks like anyway because it's just a road. You have to be walking, won't you, to see it all. That's the Tower of London there.
Now on your left, the Tower of London. The original part is that 4-turreted with the weather vanes in the middle. Now known as the White Tower, built in the 11th century after the Norman invasion. Most of the rest of what you can see was completed by the 1300s, and that's where you can see the crown jewels of England on display today, where they've been kept in there since the 1300s.
Yeah.
They were stolen only once, and only very briefly.
Is that what, sorry?
To control England,
I can't hear you, what?
control the Tower of
Some of
London.
that been burnt down.
No, none of it.
That's where only
But
Romans
the rest of
were
the city
executed
all
in the
was.
tower.
All of it.
Other people were taken outside to Tower Hill to be executed, or died in mysterious circumstances in the tower.
Yeah.
Is that one of the ones that have been been burnt down as well as that Blackburn?
No, that black building was the only
The area of
building.
Whitechapel is close by, about 10 minutes
not
walk
burnt.
to where the
The
river
only one
murders
that
took
wasn't
place.
burnt.
Now this
Everything
stop
else
is for the tower.
Yeah, but that
Tower of
other
London.
one. But you said that other one wasn't burnt.
Yes. This
Yeah,
Tower
that.
of
Oh,
London
yeah. Well,
stop,
that
yes.
wasn't, and neither was
And
that.
also for
yeah.
the jetty, if you want to take
That was the
boat.
only one there.
Some folks
This was
coming
it.
down now, Lee. Let's see. And contained there is a little square patch surrounded by flowers, where for centuries the scaffolds stood. The last person to be executed by decapitation there was in the year 1747. On the left, All Hallows by the tower, where William Penn was baptized, founder of Pennsylvania.
You can't sleep on the bus, can you?
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, stop arguing about
And coming
things.
down now onto Lower Thames Street, where the very first settlements of London were. On your left, customers, collecting dues from ships since the 10th century. Next on the left, old buildings to the Tower Bridge.
That's where the Tower of London started, just down that road there.
And there's a church on your left now.
You see it.
where,
Look down that little road, that tiny road.
Miles Coverdale was his name.
Oh, no. Look down this tiny road. See that big thing with the car? That's where it started. That's London Bridge.
On your left, look down Swan Lane, the Southwark Cathedral, Shakespeare's Church.
Southwark. Ah.
An Angel Passage on your left. Look down there, you can see the 16th century vessel, the Golden Hind. A replica, that one, but it has been across the Atlantic. Above you now, London International Futures Exchange.
There it is.
And another interesting church on the right now. It will be the Church of St. Michael Paternoster Royal. And that's where the famous Lord Mayor of London, Dick Whittington, was buried. A bomb struck his tomb in World War II, and out toppled his skeleton. Next to it was the skeleton of a cat. Puss in Boots, wasn't it? Now crossing over Southwark Bridge to the south side once again. And if you look to your right on the opposite bank, it's William Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. The little white building with the thatched roof.
That's where we were last night. There's that white thatched building there.
Station is the Tate Museum of Modern Art. That's the National Collection of Modern Art.
That's Pizza Express where we had our meal there. Just there, look.
Shakespeare's Globe, but they do a good tour and exhibition. Very enjoyable and informative.
Well, the buildings above are flats where people live though. Yeah, tonight we are, yeah. There's the building they're building next to it.
Next to the right you can see the chimney of the...
We'll be able to see in our bedroom window soon.
Until 5 years ago the whole collection was at Millbank, but they moved the modern works here into that huge space. It's free admission there. Very, very good.
Right, there it is, look.
Nice little
there's our room.
And on the left here, Bear Lane, where bear pits were once
hotel.
For that brutal sport of bear baiting, where bears would have to fight for their lives with the hounds. And there on the right were one of the most famous or infamous houses of Ilfracombe, surrounded by a moat in the 1600s.
I said bye to the hotel.
Oh yeah, look, enjoy the bloody thing. Don't start fighting. You can fight in the hotel. Look, Tremy, there's a train on that bridge again.
I just thought that. Guess what? You know what I mean, but you'll
Tide is well in on the river now. Blackfriars Bridge was built, it's the widest bridge when it was built, to carry much of the horse-drawn trams of the 1860s. It was Queen Victoria's first engagement after 8 years of seclusion. She came to open the Blackfriars Bridge. There's a Queen Victoria statue on your right. On the other bank of the river there's an interesting building with the Oxo Tower. At one time that was a factory for making Oxo.
Oi.
Oxo being big stock cubes for making gravy.
Stop it.
It's now converted into restaurants, apartments, all in all, and the famous benches. This embankment carries the great Victorian sewer beneath the roadway here. Still working.
No, you can't.
And it cleaned up the old River Thames at a stroke. The Thames is now the second cleanest river in Europe, after the Rhine. But the river you're looking at now is seawater.
Because you're messing about.
Tide is in.
Both messing about, you cause arguments and screaming.
On your right, the Courtauld Gallery, the Somerset House. And up next to it is Waterloo Bridge, built by women during World War II.
Look at that, London Eye.
Next stop will be for the embankment. And you can change here for the red room bus. And if you want to go down now to Westminster Pier to catch your boat.
Tim, watch this. Oh no, I'm getting Timmy, watch this.
You keep calm, Timmy. Don't go mad. That's a nice garden, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I said she could sit there and you'd be good. I said you'd be good, otherwise you'd be the one moving. You're not going to see much down there, are you? Why don't you go and sit over there then? Okay.
Now there on your right is the Sherlock Holmes pub. That's where Sherlock Holmes met Lord Baskerville in House of the Baskervilles.
Oh.
The then formed the Northumberland Arms. It's a good place.
Ah, look, we're back at Trafalgar Square, look. There's Nelson's column.
So this stop then is Northumberland Avenue, Trafalgar Square stop.
Northumberland Avenue, that's on Monopoly. Oh, there it is from a different angle, look. Look at that. Nice, isn't it?
Go through that gateway. Apparently when you go through there, it's magic, it's special. You hear music, you see
that's
things.
Buckingham Palace at the end.
Little leprechauns run around. It's like, you know, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, they go through that
Buckingham
tunnel.
Palace down there, you can't really see it.
Just like that. That is why only the Queen's allowed to go through there. Because she's special. So I've been told. I'm allowed to make fun of the royal family. You see, I'm Welsh. It's part of our national heritage to make fun of the royals.
That's the Mall. The Texas Embassy.
So we're headed towards Pall Mall. Pall Mall's a very posh and upper class area full of very posh gentlemen's clubs. None of us will be allowed into these gentlemen's clubs because we are merely peasants. Oh, I'm sure. Reason why I know this, because if you were rich and if you were amazing, you'd be doing this tour in a helicopter. Not a cheap old London bus without a roof. Here you have the Institute of Directors on the left.
Look at this. Posh, isn't it? It's a posh
This
road.
one is the most popular one, they say, the Athenian Club.
Oh.
And then just after that, we got the Reform Club, the one with the green lanterns.
Ah.
Now one of these clubs apparently has a swimming pool underneath them, larger than an Olympic size.
Yeah.
Now we do have a stop coming up, St James's Palace. If anyone's interested in going to St James's Palace, oh, it's closed. This will be it. Anybody? No, didn't think so. Cheers, OJ.
That's a palace.
So there's St James's Palace on your left. Built by Henry VIII for his wife Anne Boleyn, but the poor dear never got to see it. He had her executed just before it was finished. Things if you like, but you can't buy because we don't have enough money. For example, this hat shop on your left, Swain Ordney Brig. They designed the very first Indiana Jones hat. You can buy yourself a copy made to measure, not off the shelf, but they will measure your head and make it. It will cost you 165 quid for a hat. You're having a giraffe, you think I'd be paying that? Does anybody fancy tea and cakes at the moment, right now? Yes? Okay. Well, you've got to stop round the corner if you want, and you can get off and go and have tea and cakes. Afternoon tea. If anyone likes it. It's a lovely place, so I've been told, and a lot of really nice, famous people go there. Yes, it's coming out on our left. It's inside the Ritz Hotel.
Oh god, yeah.
Now if you wanted to go in there for tea and cakes, it'll cost you £35 per person. And you would have to wait in line for a week. It's a week's waiting list to go in there.
It's Green Park.
If you're interested in it, this is your stop for the Ritz Hotel and Green Park. Ritz and Green Park. She got very angry, ordered the gardeners to tear up every flower bed. So inside there are no other colours that grow, apart from the trees and the green grass.
Ah.
That is why it's called Green Park.
Didn't know.
It's true. No, I didn't. I make up a lot of this.
This is Park Lane.
But that is
Very
true.
posh.
Most of my toys lies, but that one's the truth. Hey, this is your stop for the Hard Rock Cafe. If anyone's hungry, this will be your stop. People coming down.
Don't lean over with that camera, please, Tiff.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Go to the Ned's Noodle
Yeah, the
Box. It's in Waterloo. We go
That's
past the
Buckingham
street. I'll
Palace's
point it out.
garden. Yeah.
It's nice fresh food at a good price. Not
No,
like
it's boring.
these
It's just a
places where
wall, isn't it?
You're paying 15 quid for a hamburger.
Is that all it's got?
Pound, yes. Bucks.
Yeah, that's the
Bucks.
garden in there.
No, you say it's just a brick. Ooh.
Yeah, well, it
Clams.
is just a
I've
brick
heard
wall,
that
isn't
one.
it?
I'm going to have to beat the person who told me that line.
Yeah, it's water
Any
down
Australians
there.
on board? No, because you're all American. This wall on your left, right is the Australian Memorial. Anyway, but this one coming up now is a memorial to the First World War victims. You notice the cannon on the top. Now that points us to the direction of the Somme, high class area. And to buy your car from that garage, which is Green Park Road, you have to pay extra. And it is quite a few £1,000s.
Look at that Mini gun. Wow, Porsche garage. Look at all those, yeah, no, it's fire.
On your left, this is the Dorchester Hotel.
Yeah, look at all those buses.
This is so posh, famous people come here. Sylvester Stallone got married on the
Why are they all
rooftop.
the same?
I don't
Elizabeth
know.
Taylor had 5 of her 8 honeymoons here. That's how exquisite this place is. Please do not run down that street screaming and shouting, because he will shoot you. Just to make sure, I sent my guinea pig down there once. I stapled a tape recorder with me screaming on it onto his back. Got shot.
There we go. Belgravia.
Now the type of people who live around here, you see, include Shirley Bassey, Andrew Lloyd Webber and Elton John, Roger Moore and Sean Connery and me. No, I do. See these trees on your right hand side? I live in them. I tell you what, the bathroom never smells. Fully air conditioned. It's rubbish. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on how you make tea. You get your cup. You get your kettle. You turn on the kettle. Put your tea bag in a cup. Sugar, optional. I like 2, so there's 1. There's 2. Kettle's boiled. You pour in water. Give it a stir. Take the tea bag out. Add milk. Stir it again. There you go. What's the problem with that, guys? Come on! This is a stop for the Tate Britain Museum. Does anyone want to see the Tate Britain? I thought not. Thank you, OJ. Okay, we're crossing Lambeth Bridge. Take a look over your left shoulder and you see the Houses of Parliament. Where Tony Blair works, that's where all our ministers work, that's where all the laws of Britain are made. On the far side you'll see the clock tower. Does anyone know what that's called?
St. Swithin's Tower.
It's not Big Ben. It is St. Stephen's Tower. Big Ben is the name of the bell inside. You will never see it. You will only hear it. So when you guys go home and your friends ask, hey, did you see Big Ben? I want you to punch that person in the face and tell them, God damn, Steve said you will never see Big Ben. Now I need to ask you guys a serious question, and I really need the truth out of this. Is my hair a mess?
Yes.
It's fine? Thank you, love. That's all I need to know.
Past Big Ben again, not that we can see it because of the front of the bus is in the way.
Okay, this is the stop where you'd come tomorrow if you're going to visit the British Airways London Eye. This would be your stop.
World's saddest line. The London Eye.
The reason why he's so sad is because when he walked here, somebody super glued his feet to that spot. That's why he's been here for so long. Okay, the River Cruise. This is your next stop. It's going to be your next stop, okay? But this is where you want to come. Down here. So where we drop you off, you're just going to have a little short walk across the road.